Welcome back to the Laughing Matter podcast.
You've been here for like...
Oh, wait. And then we're supposed to laugh. Yeah, welcome back.
That's a one time we were almost synchronized.
Almost
there.
Next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode.
MashaAllah.
I love that phrase. And
Inshallah. Mashallah.
Oh, yo, we'll be cancelled.
Habibi!
Cancelled by
Yalla
this.
Habibi.
Yalla, Habibi! Yalla!
Yalla.
That's racist.
Yes, it is.
Might
We have to start again.
Might be.
We have to start again.
We have to start again.
Oh, why not? Why?
Okay.
Technically, I didn't say anything about Habibi. I just said MashaAllah.
He says
Technically-
Habibi, that's why I'm saying Habibi.
Technically, just getting it off of TikTok. It's like we're talking in memes.
Okay.
I know a few chicks who talk in memes. I don't understand anything they say.
Are they your type?
No. Speaking
Yeah,
memes,
then
I'm
you
like-
obviously wouldn't understand. If it were your type, then you'd probably pick up one or two things.
But talking TikTok is pretty fun sometimes. It's like side-eye!
Bombastic side-eye.
I just say things like that. Don't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun.
Yeah.
The time someone sent me that, but I had no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, I also found out recently. Yeah.
How old are you people?
You see, we know what's going on. The question is on him. Why don't you know?
Yeah, why don't you know?
But you know, I'm not on social media like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Even me, I'm not on
Social media.
TikTok.
I think
Yeah.
I do
Oh.
maybe 40 minutes a day.
Of
I
social
check
media?
If I check my, what's it called, screen time. Like 40 minutes a day.
That's actually really good. Some of us do
Some of
like
us, it's...
9 hours.
So you're like, do you have a job? It's like, yes, but somehow.
Just you probably need like a screen time limit for
I've
TikTok.
You know, I've tried it, and then you can almost
Actually,
bypass it.
you should do that. And then the thing is, have someone set the password for you.
Or you can set.
Oh, you can set a password.
The person dies. What? And I can't go to
How simple like a, no, you can always whatever. There's a way you can reset it.
You can reset your phone.
But then I put
just-
the password fast.
Just fucking reset your
No,
phone.
you don't need the password. It goes through I think your account or
Lost
something
everything.
like that.
Yes, the solutions are rubbish.
It goes to your actual iCloud account for you to reset whatever. Now.
Well, speaking of passwords, would you share your password with your partner?
Talk about segue. Segue.
Smooth transition.
Yes, I have, and I have in the past.
Are you still with them?
The question was. There's not even. The question
Coming
was.
in clutch.
Not beef. It's like you can't keep cooking me. You can't keep cooking me in this podcast. You can't.
Could be the reason why.
Mint.
I should even answer fast. I'm done. But there you are.
No, explain. Why? And how did it go?
It went well.
Okay.
I'm flustered.
It's okay. She's not watching this.
Yeah, definitely she's not watching.
Lol. Go on. I was thinking out loud, sorry.
Okay. Yes, I have shared my password with them.
Okay.
Previous partners. Yeah, it just felt like it's just like, for me, it's a sign of trust. Like I trust
Openness,
you,
yeah.
and you should trust me because I'm giving access to my personal self. So yes, that's why I gave my password.
Add on to the question, and would you still do it now with either your current or your next?
Yes, I would. I'd even give them. Mine is fingerprint, even touch ID. Yeah. I have no problem with this. Just now, before I start the things I have to delete, like and then okay. But before that, yeah, I personally have no issue with sharing my password. Also, it's easy when you're driving. It's like, hey, we check the map. It's like it's locked. I have to be like, I'm driving. It's like 6, 18. No, I can't. Just access it.
Okay.
Yeah, too.
I would definitely share as well. I feel like it just creates openness. Yeah, so the person you're with trusts you more and you trust them more with your stuff. I do see like the complications that come about when you do that.
Like what?
obviously, you might get a random person, texting you out of the blue.
Then that's okay because it's a random person. You can't control what someone sends to
Yeah,
you.
but you see, these days, you always have to know your person how they react to such situations. Yeah, so if it's someone you're with who doesn't react properly to finding out new info about you or someone who's texting you, it could end up causing a fight. Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, I think that also might come down to insecurities of the other person.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not because entirely that's not your fault. The whole situation is not on you. If that situation you now encourage it and you respond etc that becomes a problem in my point of view. But it's someone who just said like if I go through her phone and some Oki over here, some brewer has hit her with some serious line and she's not responded. I'm like, yeah, he tried, but this is not done anything about it.
No, but if you share your password, do you expect them to share their password?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
So I would share my password, but I don't want to know your password.
why not?
Ignorance is
Backstory.
bliss.
Women are scary.
Wait, before we get there, let's hear from Kairu because this one sounds nice and juicy.
Yeah.
I have shared my password in the past.
Never again.
I will. No. I will share it again in the future. When it comes to going, are we still also touching on the going through their phones as well? I'm just.
She got the message. Well done. Got it there.
The going through the phone thing, I will not go through your phone. I have had partners go through my phone. I genuinely believe if you go through someone's phone expecting to find something that's going to make you unhappy, you will definitely find it.
I think that's interesting. That's a okay.
You'll
So basically, you're
you'll
saying
definitely find it.
you'll be open to giving the password, obviously.
Yeah.
But when they go through your phone, it's a bit of a problem.
If you want to okay, why do you want my password? Do you want to access my music, camera, or photos or whatever? That's not a problem. But if you're actually taking it to go through, like, say, my messages or whatever,
Becomes
for example, honestly, that's on you.
Because messages have context behind them.
Yeah, that's
And
on you.
we
You can't
might be
hold me at
bantering
fault
about
for.
a random check, totally innocent, or about a random topic. But if someone else reads it, they will misconstrue it and take offense from it.
So in that case, do you password block the voice chat?
No,
I've shared my password and said, don't ever open this. This is the boys' chat. You will misunderstand everything that's there. Do not open this.
That sounds right.
Okay, yeah, we're going to jump back to you.
Yeah, you had a story for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Story time.
would I share? Have I shared in the past? Yes, I've shared in the past. And I think my phone is pretty open. Everyone here knows my password.
I don't.
Yeah.
You do, it's a small square.
I
Sure.
know it.
Everyone knows it.
You guys
Yeah,
know
yeah,
my passwords.
Look
For
at
sure.
you pretending. Look at you
Yeah.
pretending.
Whiny.
Yeah, so I don't mind sharing my password, but I really don't want to know your password.
Why not? That's
So, backstory. There's this girl I was dating, and I had the password to her social media and everything. So,
to her socials.
yeah,
Not
put it
the
into her
phone?
socials. Phone and
Yo,
socials,
that's a
yes.
whole other
That's
level.
a
Social.
That's a different game. I was talking about just Kongalia wallpaper, but here you're talking about okay.
One time she's like, she can log into her Instagram, just log in for me and reply to a message from XYZ. It was something important for them. So I log in, and the first DM I'm seeing is some random guy. Like,
Let me suck your titties, babe.
so I'm like,
Sorry.
let me open it.
Oh no. You know.
Dick pic. The next one, another dick pic.
Same chat or different?
Different chat. Because that's not the first one. I'm like,
Question.
okay, shit.
And I don't want to be nosy. Actually, that's a lie. I want to be nosy. You should respond to the dick pics.
No. So now that's the
She harvesting them or something.
so like she was getting like on the same chat she'd get like 2-3 of them. Next chat 2-3 of them. I was like, let me stop because I'm not happy at this point.
I've seen too much dick on my life.
Yeah, so I was honestly very upset, and I confronted her about it. Well, then I was like, okay, so this is what you do with guys on
This-
social
this
media.
other
and-
niggas.
yeah. Yeah, but she receives a lot, but never opens. She doesn't open chats because they aren't open. So she doesn't open chats from random people.
She left some niggas on scene. That's crazy.
And it's not even your account.
Yeah, and when she opens, she blocks them. But I didn't know that. So I was really pissed for a bit. Yeah, so from then I was like, I do not care about your passwords. Yeah, if you're cheating,
So be it.
so be it. Yeah.
Getting dick pics, so be it.
Yeah. But yeah.
But why did that affect you?
It was out of context. And so I'm
Okay.
like, so if that's what you're
No,
sending.
but after she explained.
Okay, after I was chill.
Oh, okay.
But I was really pissed. Even before you get to explain it,
Ah.
I need to calm down a few levels before
Yeah, before you.
we can actually talk about it. So
You need to heal first before you get.
yeah.
Hey, that one's for therapy.
Hey, man, I've seen dick.
I've seen things. I've seen some.
More than I
things.
wanted to see in this
One cup
lifetime.
left, some cup right.
So every time you
Goes into the confrontations like, so I opened your Instagram chats out of curiosity. Tell me why I saw a meaty dick.
Please. Okay.
Mad.
yeah. So would I give up my password? Yes.
But now you're on a point of.
Yeah.
I'll give you, but just.
If you want to share, fine. I'll just forget in like 2 minutes. But
I think just next time,
yeah.
don't ask for the social media passwords. I think just keep it.
He didn't
I
ask.
didn't ask. Like
She gave it to you.
because
He
they
was
needed to
replying to
respond to
something,
something.
yeah.
Oh, so you had access to the phone.
No, to
To
the
social
account
media.
because they signed in on his his phone.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Yes,
I'm
but
with you. I'm with you. I'm
never
with
Keep
you.
up.
And you?
Yeah, I have and I would share again. And for non-Android users, there's this thing called Face ID. Even
Slander agenda.
yeah, we must. Yeah, so there's also Face ID shared. But like you had said with the complications, but also now that links back to trusting someone. For the Face ID, it's like linked to so many things. But I was thinking about
account.
like your bank
deleted.
app,
M-Pesa.
M-Pesa. Yep. Android users would never know this.
They can on some phones.
Like stuff. You can do it all of them.
Fine, some phones.
I'm treading carefully with this Android topic.
Actually, hey, you get green text. Green box. Okay, even me, guy.
You see where I've been quiet, huh? See where I've been quiet.
Willis's point of view is that's not mine. I do not share his views. I just feel it's offensive to look down at people's phones.
Cap, you're the worst of us. Moving on.
On to
Still on Face ID.
Face ID.
So
You should get something.
so I had someone on my Face ID.
You had someone with your Face ID or someone
Yeah.
has.
So I had a second.
Yeah.
Someone I was dating was
That's
my
the second
second
face.
alternative.
Okay.
The second face of my Face ID. We broke up.
It's still there.
But for years it was still there because of the hassle of just resetting it and having to go through all other apps which I don't remember my password
You know, it's funny.
to reset it and stuff. So it was rough.
It's funny because it literally takes like 2 minutes to reset that thing.
I know, but
But it's such a
Yeah,
hassle because
yeah.
I
No, it
also
doesn't.
find it a
Yeah.
hassle. Because the same thing happened with me. I also had someone on the Face ID. I didn't reset it until like God knows how long
It's an
ago.
Apple podcast now.
it's a tech review.
I didn't reset it until actually recently.
But the moment you reset it, if your bank was linked to it, M-Pesa, you have
Oh, you have to do
log
that
in.
or
But I
whatever
never
again,
knew my
yeah, okay.
password. So I'm stuck. I've been locked out of some few accounts, but anyway, we move.
Anyway.
Damn.
Anyway, we move.
let me add on, because now it's a question of have you ever gotten in trouble because they went through your phone?
Not me. I keep it. I don't even know if they've ever gone through my phone.
Or have you ever been confronted after them going through your phone about something?
No, no, too.
You've been confronted.
You've
You've been confronted.
been confronted. Kelly.
They didn't even go through the phone.
Is it confronted?
So,
Let me move closer together.
okay, so we were together, and then there's someone who was like a previous ex who texted, and then a text came in from them, and so I was in trouble because why am I still talking to my ex?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think they were cooking.
Yeah, so
You didn't think I would go that way, did you?
I don't even want to continue with that. Moving on swiftly. Yeah, but confronted, yeah.
You were confronted?
Yeah, been confronted. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah, I have. I've been confronted.
Based off what?
Oh no, I just opened my phone.
You went through your phone.
I don't know they were, I don't know what they were scrolling for. They're probably looking for
Yash.
no, like they're looking for I think a particular chat or something. Looking for a particular chat, saw something, confronted me about it, and I mean I had made it clear, you know. It's like if you go through looking for trouble, you will find trouble.
That's true.
So if you're looking for something that's good, because you take it out of context, it's something that, you know, probably has
That's why you school.
nothing attached
Go
to
through
it
the
or
whole chat to
anything.
get context of what's going on.
Yeah.
How do you take an aspect out of context?
It wasn't an aspect. I'm not saying it was an aspect. I'm just saying there's something that they saw and it was out of context. So
Okay. So something.
it was a text. It was a text I checked in. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on.
So that also brings us to what
I think
Kelly
I
had
need to
read.
advise this, guys, before we continue.
Drop
The
wisdom.
best way to go about these things is to run ahead
Buy
of
my
the
phone.
problem.
I did run.
Run ahead of the problem.
Yeah.
If you
Don't
get,
have a phone.
There you go. There you go.
Now we're cooking.
Now you go.
no, like if you get like suggestive text or picture, show your person, like just be like, you're look
Nope.
at this.
There's no
way.
There's no way that.
Nope.
I'd rather text back be like, nice.
Yeah, but what?
The end is not the same. No, because
No.
But
What
think-
would
think-
you light your house on fire?
No, think about it. What if now, like, your person is insecure and they're not secure in who they are
nope.
as an individual? Then it goes ahead and affects
No,
you.
you make it fun. You know, you make it a joke. Like
You think that shit is easy?
like, yes, I'm getting.
yeah, like you want to see Nyash, or like you want to see Nyash, like this is what I've been sent, and then you laugh about it.
Oh, okay, how was that?
First of all, that relationship has to be so healthy for that. to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it has to be
Wait,
solid.
So solid and healthy.
What was
because-
happening in that conversation to the point that they sent you Nyash?
It might be random. Yeah.
No, I think that's what
So
out
you're
of
basically-
context
if-
is.
yeah.
I think also.
Think like a
Our
woman.
phones are not Daniel's phone.
Think like a woman. Think like a woman.
Okay. So the concept, what I mean is that you haven't asked for pictures, you haven't suggested or like continued a conversation that led to pictures being sent.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally random, so you can freely share with your partner that time.
Lord of Lord.
Clear chat.
My phone is right here.
Yeah, I don't agree. Just keep quiet. If there's fire in future, deal with the fire then. You don't introduce a fire to your house.
Don't try to imagine.
Yeah.
It's kind of like them coming to you and saying, it's like, I can look at all these niggas who are DMing me, hitting on me and everything. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to know about that.
The first one.
You dropped your knees.
I don't want to know about that.
Text, I'll be like,
Yeah, because I'm just like, why the fuck are you showing me this? I don't care. I don't want to know. I was happy in my oblivion. I was
You wanna
happy
see
in my
some dick
oblivion.
pic?
you see?
Yeah, you see.
No, but I feel like that's a bit different. Because no, dick pic versus Nyash. Because we actually have some
titties.
friends, some of our friends actually usually point out, oh, look at that girl, she has Nyash.
Yeah, and the girls
Friends.
So
Friends.
I think
No,
by
no,
saying
no.
Nyash, we're not just saying, look at that bunda. It might be a
it is
full nude pic.
A picture that was intended
Yeah.
to look.
So we're just saying, Nyash.
The innocent stay innocent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you've agreed is share your password.
Yeah,
Don't
if
go
you
through
get
the phone.
if
Don't
you
go
get
to the phone.
if you get a picture, clear chat immediately in history.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep it inside.
Keep your
Send
house
to the boys
clean.
and clear.
Man of culture.
Man of
Send
culture.
boys.
The boys.
Good looking out, my nigga.
I think that also brings me to what if it's like Kelly's situation, but then you find out she's cheating on you with a celeb.
Depends. I mean, I'm on the. If I'm cheating on the celebrity, depends who it is. If it's someone like,
Diamond Platinums.
hey, I'd be happy.
Beef.
Because he can barely speak English. What did you see? What got you there? You know, someone like, hey,
It was someone like.
someone like. Okay, you know what? Throw names at me and then I'll say if I can or not.
Ryan Reynolds.
I'll be
Let's
the
stay
one.
local, by the way.
Okay,
Okay,
so.
also- Hey, local guy, Jesus. Okay, let's go.
Nah,
WSR?
What Jesus?
WSR?
It's the president.
It's okay. Go. In there.
No. Okay. Right, yeah. That one's a bit of a
Joho.
stretch. Calligraph, yeah. You just find your babe has been texting and meeting up with Calligraph and
Hey, Omolo.
come on.
Hey. Yeah, I'll do that. It would be enough. What is the question?
What's the criteria?
Just don't be hotter than me.
No, but you said yeah to
No,
Ryan
no, no, no,
Reynolds.
So who's
Yeah, sorry. Be hotter than me.
Be hotter.
Be hotter than me.
Okay.
Be better looking than me. If you're less better looking, I'll be like, Kai sis, where did I go wrong? I know he's rich and everything, but Kai, come on now.
But you're okay with WSR?
Yeah, but that's not just how I guess.
So he's hotter than you.
No, it's just there's levels to this thing.
There's levels.
There's levels to this thing. No, like calligraph. Respect the calligraph. It kind of hurts because of the look thing. But
Yeah, there's no saying this.
this is a great. Yes, it's like, okay, fine. I don't know, guys.
We put you in the spotlight.
Mbaya.
Okay.
At least no one said Wakadin. What's it called?
No, Cardinal.
That one. So yeah.
Chief, you fumbled. Well, I was even thinking about how I could help you out. And that's your
Like this, like, yeah.
There's no saving this nigga.
And
No, I don't think.
There's no celebrity. The celebrities you'd be okay with?
Are you going through a list of celebrities in your head?
Yeah.
Mad.
You said let's keep it local, so I'm trying.
Sour, but Jesus.
No. No.
Okay. Who's a
A simple boy. Why are we
Why are you
laughing?
laughing?
Why are we laughing?
Why are we laughing? He's a celebrity. Crazy kinda.
That one just for the banter. We cook. I'm messing. No. Cannot no.
Okay.
I don't think there's any that I'd give
Okay.
a pass for.
There's no.
What
Even
if it's,
Nashinsky.
I know that's always going to say it.
Yeah, what if it's a female?
I knew it.
Female celeb, that's a different conversation.
It depends who it is as well.
Okay, true.
Yeah. Actually, it also depends on who it is.
This is a toxic episode.
Super. If you see like this,
Definitely,
this is
this
the
is
Instagram I'm okay with.
If that
not
what?
answer.
Let's not
I will not go
listen.
any, I will not say names. But there's some I'll be like, you know what, sis? It makes sense.
Like, ooh,
I
can
would
I
be
do-
angry. I would not. We probably come back to this house. You'd be single, but I'll be like, I get it. I understand.
Did you just say, can I join?
What are we doing next?
Yeah, no, I still don't think. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not okay with any.
Okay.
It's still cheating.
Yeah,
In my eyes. Yeah.
Who?
I think same, yeah. Unless there was
Same as in depends on the celeb or same?
no, like any kind of
Okay.
cheating is wrong.
Mm.
But
Yeah, but you know, it would be funny if like your girlfriend cheated on you with a female celebrity and you're like, okay, why wasn't I invited? No.
I think some would be hurtful.
Yeah.
Then there's a list of names I have. I'll be like, okay, I'm okay with. But I'm not allowed to say.
We'll review after. We'll review after.
Okay. Willis?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be.
At all?
You think about it.
I think we've all thought about it.
I think if it's global, Ryan Reynolds, it's fine.
Globally, I think.
Yeah.
Globally, the summer be
Globally, when we Ryan Reynolds, I'm just like, I
Yeah,
understand.
it's fine. I understand.
It can't be just you, Ryan Reynolds. There's others.
Yeah,
There's others?
That's a good.
You don't
looking
understand?
man.
You don't understand Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds,
No
good
homo.
looking man.
I think I don't understand
No
what
homo.
cute for guys is.
No, like
Oh, Dan is different.
I just thought of something funny, like Reynolds. No. Like no. I mean, it's like Will Smith saying August is fine. You know.
That's a broken man, though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It is the same situation. To be fair. It's a hall pass. August was his husband's hall pass.
He's still a broken man. He's been a broken man even before August. If you listen to like this.
No, in Bad Boys he was okay.
But I mean, I had this thing. You have this thing for Will Smith. I've heard apparently, this is speculation. The reason he had a whole pass is because he was with Margot. Doing that session, those
Focus.
Focus, and then before they worked in Suicide Squad. Apparently, that's why there was a whole pass. Allegedly. And if that's the case, I understand.
Would you give your partner a whole pass?
No, but if that's the case, then Will cooked.
Will
cooked.
had a thing
If that's the
with
case, he cooked.
Margot Robbie, and then
Would you give a whole pass to your?
No.
if I can
And
get-
I honestly
if I can
wouldn't
get a whole
expect-
pass, yes.
I also wouldn't expect a whole pass, so
It's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off.
Okay.
If I can get one, she can get one.
Mad.
I don't think I'd give or expect one, if I'm being honest.
But in this life, man, I can't just expect to be with one person the entire time. For both genders. That's crazy thinking.
No. You see, you're not with one person your entire life, but once you're in a relationship, you're with one person. So
Who said that are the rules? The rules are based on what you guys agree.
okay.
I'm just saying.
We need a disclaimer under this.
Which is,
episode.
No disclaimer. Stay toxic.
it's actually a point. Like, if you have
Can we end this
an
pod?
agreement, you have a relationship, you got an agreement, like, certain situations, then in the end,
Yeah,
that's what
actually,
you
the
want.
disclaimer should be like this: statements reflect actual events that happen in society these days.
Yes.
But we are not linked to them.
Yeah, you're next to them. Stay loyal, my friend.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what I was
I'm
saying.
remembering the statistic from The Nation about the number of partners. The number of partners.
Yeah, Campbell's cooking.
Campbell's
Yeah,
cooking.
Kimbo's cooking. It was what, like 9?
Number of partners?
It's a seven.
Per individual.
individual.
And then now in the respective counties. Kiambo, I
Wait,
think
wait,
it
wait,
was
wait, wait, wait,
nine,
Did you see the stats?
9 women to 1 guy.
No.
You didn't
Or was it 9 guys to 1 woman or something like that?
Campbell's
It
cooking.
was wild.
Get those numbers.
Get those
Get
numbers.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to
You
search
can't go for
for.
this one. This is specific numbers. You didn't hear this? There's a whole.
It was a headline on the newspapers.
I'm saying I talked to my mom about this thing. We had a conversation. She's like, "What going on with this country?" I was like, "Hey, yeah, your people are not so far bad.
Well, are people not bad? They're not bad.
Not bad.
They're cooking.
Hey,
Nairobi was fine.
that was fun. Now people may think some people lied
Oh yeah, sure, for sure.
Some people lied.
because I was like, "There's no way." Get the numbers.
Okay, I hope it's gonna give me the actual stats and a
Just go to your
proper
images.
article. Let me see.
As we wait,
Okay, so basically, the average number of sexual partners among Kenyan men is 7.4 and 2.3 for Kenyan women. That was the average, yeah?
2.3 for women.
Yes.
Yikes.
Needs to be closed.
That needs to be looked at again.
I'm looking for the. Okay, so
Because I was not asked.
Bumped up the numbers.
Ah, perfect. It wasn't even Kiambu.
It was?
Muranga.
You think it was Muranga?
I'm sure it was San.
Muranga?
It is Muranga.
Muranga, yeah? Muranga is... Okay, so this is the men's list. Average number of sexual partners in a lifetime for men.
Make sure you share that.
Yeah. So 1 man to 14.1 women.
14!
Muranga.
Hey.
Followed by Tharaka-Nithi, 12.3.
Nairobi?
Elgeyo Marakwet, 10.2. Kisumu, 9.6. Nairobi, 9.3. Machakos, 9.2. Busia, 8.4. Kiambu, 8.4. Narok, 8. Homa Bay, 7.7. Women, Muranga, 3.3. Siaya, 3. Bungoma, 2.8. Busia, 2.8. Yandara 2.7, Nairobi 2.6, Kericho 2.6,
That one for
Elgeyo
Nairobi.
Marakwet, Kiambu, Nyeri as well 2.6.
That one for Nairobi sounding sus.
But you'd be surprised at the kind of shit that goes on in the village and like some of the stories that you'll hear from people.
No. I'm saying on for women. In
The
our
Nairobi
current,
one, yeah?
The current Nairobi is very
That's
dangerous.
the one
I
that might-
understand.
No. Maybe that's like a few Nairobis ago. But current Nairobi,
Yeah.
the current Nairobi, I think that one doesn't stand.
You know what you should do?
But you know, it's always hard to get women who are cheating because they know how to hide it.
No. Yes. We're cooking now. Whole other conversation.
Let me tell you
Yes,
where
begin.
it goes wrong.
Begin.
Cheating, yes, it happens. We can all agree on that.
Yeah?
It's not on them. It's the men. Niggas know their lane.
Exactly.
Stick to it.
Niggas know their place and they will stick to it. If you're told, call me between, 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., you will call
a
between
man will
2
call
a.m.
you
and 3 a.m.
2:01, a man
You
will
won't
call.
call earlier, you won't call later.
You know you're out.
Think about
She'll
it.
say,
A
"I'm
woman will
available
get to
from
a point,
4 to
she'll
5."
even be calling you at like 11. It's like, why are you calling me at 11? I told you, it's between 2 and 3.
But
So passionate about this.
Technically,
I've done homework. Essay,
technically-
20 marks.
technically, now we're cooking for this one. Technically, it's because niggas know how to stick to their lane. And
So
that's
that's why
why,
guys don't get
and that's why
No, that's
women,
what-
and that's
no,
why
that's why
women
women-
never get caught.
Women don't get caught,
Because when they go to a man, that man knows to stick to his lane.
When
When you go to a woman, it gets to a point she's like, nah, I'm feeling this. I'll call you at any time I feel like it.
and then you with your short and then it's because you have to go to the fucking bathroom.
Chill.
There's no way.
Hypothetically. After all that passion.
This is assumptions.
You guys are too prepared for that? That sounds hypothetical.
Aye.
Do you see our point of view?
Okay. It does make sense.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Thank you. So women
I feel like we've had this conversation more than once before.
So in the end, what you're basically saying is women are great cheaters. Men, better side niggas.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. That's side pieces.
So in this study
That's an
or in this
interesting-
survey,
That
do you
could be
feel
the
like
case.
women told the truth that they
I think both parties lied.
are both parties? Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like-
okay. Even like for Nairobi men, yeah. It was 9.3.
9.3, I think.
I feel like for women, sex is shamed.
Of course
Oh
it is.
yeah, so they wouldn't be too comfortable saying larger numbers. Was that figure higher than 3?
No, it was 3.3 was the highest. Moranga.
Then 2 point.
I
Yeah.
wonder
Then
what
3,
age group they were
then
asking
2.
for, right?
Yeah.
Because like our age group, I mean,
We
Yo, our age group, our age group don't give a shit by the trust you me. If it was our age group, the women in this modern day and age don't give a shit. Like they'd probably be in the 14s, up there.
okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm not shaming body count numbers, it's just seeing that numbers.
Do you? Just
Wait,
do you?
those-
We're
those
just
are-
saying like
those are rookie
these are inaccurate.
Pump them up.
A lot of all of this is inaccurate.
Yeah.
Pump those numbers up, I guess.
Yeah. We believe in you. You can do better.
You can do better. I know men are trash, but
women can be too.
you had to put that in there. Alright.
I think we just have just about enough time to talk about something serious. From the newspaper once again, which admittedly I don't really read that much. Just read recently. The whole Mackenzie and Ezekiel.
Ezekiel,
Yeah, just wanted to get your thoughts on that, especially like for me and I'm sure a few other people who don't read the newspaper much, which is bad. Folks, you need to read the newspaper and watch news.
Watch news, yeah.
Yeah,
Or just go to Twitter.
Yeah, that was my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Twitter, Elon Musk has messed it up. But anyway, that's a different
Algorithm.
Yeah, so
I think, yes, obviously, I think fundamentally what we understand from the situation is Mackenzie had a teaching, a teaching of the Bible and gospel that suggested that the way to go to heaven would be, starving yourself, fasting, praying, and then passing away. And hence, after that process, they would bury the bodies because,
You did.
But yeah, so fundamentally,
It's not funny.
what I understand, it's not funny at the end of the day, it's serious. So fundamentally, what I understand the issue being is how someone, and including both parties, allegedly, because, I don't think you're allowed to say they've done something until they've been processed through the court of law. Anything in any situation until they've been charged and actually gone through the process. Innocent until proven guilty, per se. I mean, it looks bad. It looks really bad on him. But fundamentally the story is he allowed numbers still going up as they're exhuming the bodies for both individuals who call themselves preachers and pastors of the Word of God. So fundamentally, right now, how I understand is that the Christianity is under the scope in Kenya, and the church is under the scope. Yeah, that's how I see the situation. That's the situation. Personal point of view, it's gonna sound unhinged, or not unhinged, but it's gonna sound out of what is being conversed is outside of the situation with the children being part of that whole situation. If there was what he's done, I would argue, even a good lawyer would argue, it was not illegal. Because fundamentally, if you compare that to any other church, they say pray, they do fast, churches do fast once in a while, but fundamentally you're praying to go see Jesus in heaven, and that's what you're saying. And he's just saying, how I see it is to do this and you get there. That's kind of how I see it. It's, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think,
His was specifically, if you want to make it to heaven, you need to fast yourself to death.
which is fine. But in the end, he's saying
Are you a member?
I'm not a member. I'm just looking at it in a scope of it's because how I see it, what's been shown in the media and stuff like that. It's very one-sided. It's wrong. It's not Christianity. It's something else. It's not right. But what makes other forms of Christianity right if this isn't right? I think this is a situation where the church has to look itself in the mirror to figure out what went wrong and how the church allowed this kind of thing to happen. And you as a church, are you right? For me, that's how I see it.
I think maybe a slight caveat to that. I think from the story we were watching before recording, there was someone who went on TV and was saying that if you're not dead or dying within a certain period, they would suffocate you to death. So that's actually murder. It's not necessarily fast yourself to death. Because, personally I think your body, at some point, when you're not making good decisions, your body will cut you off and make the right decision for you. Exactly. So, like, for instance, you can't hold your breath to death. Your brain will cut you off and you will breathe, whether you want it or not.
That's how you drown.
Yes. For hunger, maybe it'll be a bit different. Are you trying to hold your
Have you
breath?
never thought about that?
No, what he said, it'll look for ways to breathe, that's why you drown. I've
Yes,
never actually thought
yeah.
about it, yeah. Wow, that's mad.
Yeah,
Go
so I think for hunger it might be a bit different because by the time you're hungry to the point that your body wants to cut you off, you have no energy to move to actually look for the food. And I think that's where they intervene and actually kill you and bury you. So I think it's not right in any way, whether we want to say religion or what. I think religion should not be part of this. As much as yes, it's religion,
It's a big part of it.
and they're using religion as their scam or their mask to do what they want to do. I don't think we should put a blame on religion per se because it's an individual. It's not the religion.
How do you
let
like
me let me let
bypass-
me let, let me
Sorry,
build on what you've just said with regards to the you're weak to the point where you haven't eaten, you've starved yourself. Do you know it's my thinking is that it's actually possible that there are some individuals who are actually buried alive because you're so weak you can probably barely move to the point where it's like they see you and like they try and move you, you're not moving, but you're probably still you still have a pulse. Still they're still able to save you or whatever if you were found, but they'll actually bury you because as far as they're concerned, like, yeah, this one's dead. It's actually likely that some people were actually buried
question
alive.
is also in regards to that. Even to the human biology, before you start becoming skinny and stuff, your body's requesting food, water, all those different things. And this is obviously, I'm not. The people are victims. Let me just also clarify that. But I think at some point in that whole scenario, because I think your body survives for like 2-3 weeks without food or whatever, it's a whole thing. Do you not snap out of that and decide, oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done, I need to change? Or what do you think happened that people actually decided to follow?
yeah, how do they ignore their free will
Yes.
to
Commit to this,
commit to someone else's opinion or like view on how to
get to heaven.
get to heaven? Yeah.
Because I think that's also something that needs to be discussed, because I don't think it's being discussed. It's people just saying, oh, they tried to commit suicide, they should be charged. Well, people should be charged for suicide. It's like, that's not what should be happening to these people.
I don't know if you noticed, but like the video we were watching earlier, the people on the interview, one of them was a relative of one of the victims, and the other was a psychologist, a counseling psychologist. So I believe there's also a part that plays with like the mental and Maslow's hierarchy of needs, wanting to feel like you belong to to something, to a certain group and whatever. I feel like that also did play a part in the lives of the individuals who actually did join said cult. Think about Tom Cruise for a moment
Yeah.
and Scientology, for example. Scientology is, if you ask me, I wouldn't call it a religion or anything. I'd call it a cult.
It's conflict.
I'd actually call it a cult.
Would you not also argue, someone could also argue in a court that Christianity is a cult? Could that not be argued?
There are times where I felt like it is,
Hmm.
but I feel like that's a different.
I mean, it's a longest serving Bible study. You know
Yeah.
Bible study?
What's the definition of a
Book club.
Book club, yeah.
We need to
I feel like for that one, for Christianity, it can become cultish, but then now if we link it back to like Ezekiel and Mackenzie, allegedly,
Yeah.
until like the courts prove it. If you link it back to that, if someone is interpreting it in a certain way, and then like for Ezekiel and Mackenzie, if you're charismatic enough, you can make people believe what you want them to believe.
So would you?
But if you follow, oh sorry,
Sorry, no, go on.
yeah, but if you follow the actual text, like for Christianity, like if you read the Bible, most of it just talks about. This is like an extreme summary, but like from cover to cover, it's just saying, love your neighbor as you love yourself, then love God. That's like the basic
But
premise of the whole Bible. So if you love your neighbor as you love yourself, you didn't use your charismaticness to tell people, starve yourself. That is the one way.
It's good to have it.
Yeah. You would think, oh wait, no, I can't tell people to starve themselves. I'm not going to starve myself. I'm going to go pale handers
But
Oh,
is
teach
it?
them
But
to be.
even that again, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Mm.
You can't charge or say someone is wrong based on how they interpret the Bible, isn't it? Because fundamentally, there's so many versions of the church. That means there are very many different interpretations of the same book, right? So from PCA to Anglican to Catholics, etc. So could you not argue that their interpretation is what they felt they believed is right, and obviously and obviously followers also see it as, this also makes sense. I mean, hence why you have Catholics, they see the Bible as how the Catholic Church presented and they follow it. How the PCA presented the church and they follow. So this guy has presented how they interpreted the Bible. You could argue how they interpreted the Bible and how they saw fasting could lead to go to heaven. Jesus fasted for 40 days. How could you not argue that? Because, and fundamentally in the Bible, you're supposed to emulate Jesus. If you did what Jesus did, you would not go to heaven. So, I think another argument people need to look at is how was this interpreted that people led to this? The same book was interpreted. So, which comes back to me be saying, this situation, this view, no matter how horrific it is and how brutal and how honestly disgusting it is, that these people allowed that many people to die in their own hands. I mean, much better in their hands. It's a situation where genuinely I can see them getting away with it, based off what I'm seeing, how I'm interpreting, how someone could argue in that sense. So it's not as clear cut as people are viewing it to be. This is how I'm seeing it.
Maybe just to read the definition of the cult. So the term cult refers most often to a group of people with usually atypical beliefs living in relative isolation from the world. So I think maybe the reason we can't classify Christianity as a cult is because people are not living in isolation. But these guys would actually isolate themselves in this common belief to their detriment. But also I don't think that it was purely just them believing in this charismatic person. I think there was a bit of brainwashing, and because hypnosis is a thing.
Okay.
Yes, so I think that could have played into it. And I think that's why we need to have psychologists and people to actually understand their psyche, getting into it, and actually dying. Because I think for Ezekiel, is it Ezekiel or the other guy?
Mackenzie.
There's a prominent person who actually sold the land and gave them the money.
Yes. That was like a few years ago, like until
Was it
Yeah.
Ezekiel or Mackenzie?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, yeah?
Yeah.
Because ideally, you'd have thought that maybe the people who would be suffering most would be those who are not in the best social status and are not looking. This.
But you see,
yeah.
the thing about it's like these are intelligent people who've got degrees, whatever. There's a lady who was an airliner. She's
Yeah, hostess.
a hostess.
Yeah.
Someone who's fairly educated. She had land worth millions and she sold it. So these are not people who are just, they're not stupid people. They're intelligent people. So I think it's, I don't know.
That's why brainwashing has to come into it.
Play, I guess.
Yeah.
But then also another question from this point of view. I mean, now you can see the government is taking charge and trying to figure this thing out. But for someone like Mackenzie to have this thing since 2003 to like really early on, in the early 2000s, and keep going until now, which is 20 plus years later, do you not see maybe the government might be complicit in the situation and can take blame in the situation?
I think, yes, the government should take blame because, well, one, because may always blame the government.
We all do
but
so.
Yeah.
two, they gave the license.
Yeah.
Then three, they're the ones who should be protecting the people.
Yes.
And four, like one of the cases that we had or watched, it got to, I think, like hundreds of people. Then that's when the government was like, okay, this looks suspicious. Why is the morgue full? I think they should have noticed that much faster because there's no way, like, for a government, there's no way that even 10 of your people
Just go missing.
and then you're like, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
just
don't
another
think our
Tuesday.
leaders care actually, because, as you said, they didn't regulate any of those radio stations or television,
Yes, there were TVs and
TV channels.
Former kings.
I mean, they still don't
Both-
regulate
both
people.
TV and radio.
Like,
Mad.
what's his name? Kanyari.
Mhm.
Yeah.
10.
Kenya is still around.
I don't know.
Oh, what's the other one called?
The one who slaps people.
This new one.
No, the one who slaps people.
He's on radio.
Nganga.
Yeah.
Neno
I
evangelism.
mean, all this. I mean, our country is basically a circus, because these things happen on TV every Sunday, and people just accept. You know, they're like, okay, it's part of this. Is
Religious freedom.
religious freedom. Yeah.
But I feel like the society is changing in terms of that belief, because I've seen a lot of videos where a pastor is blatantly asking for money to bless you. It's like, anyone who has
Protect the
7,000,
gospel.
yeah, if you have 7,000, bring your 7,000 here, and you're going to be blessed. You'll have a car. Then there was one I saw where everyone was requested to light up their phones, the flashlight, then shake it,
That's
and you'll get shake it, do M-Pesa and like, yeah, but like for the first one I was mentioning, where
try
he's
that one.
literally asking for money.
Yeah.
Like, fuel my car and you'll get a car. Send me money and you're going to be blessed with land, with millions. And you can see that no one in the congregation is actually coming up to the point that he's starting to reduce the amount. Like, sasa mwezi saba haya tano kakuna 5,000 kuja
Negotiations.
baraka, yeah, so he's negotiating sadaka. I don't know if that's simply because people are becoming smart about this religious cultish behaviors, or it's just the economy is terrible that people don't have
People
money to.
I think the fundamental of prosperity, that's what's called prosperity gospel, is that aspect of put a seed, you'll get an abundance. But if you don't have the seed,
You can push it.
yeah. What? What did you say?
Yo.
What did you say?
You can plant the seed. Yeah.
You have to push the seed.
Yeah. No, you can plant. The
So in
seed.
this- So in this core story, like, they didn't have the seed, so
Oh,
They-
no, they
They
did.
did-
People actually sold off property.
You say about now Pastor Nanga and this other. What's the other one called? A what?
Oh, don't even get me started on the war.
Prophet.
Prophet.
Let's meet in Riverside. Oh, you using the road? Hey, mad. Mad.
I'm flying. Be careful. The roads can be
This
tricky.
thing has been going on for years. The government has been complicit to allow these guys to flourish.
Yeah.
Function, to flourish, and make millions. These guys are walking into Yates helicopter to go from Nax to Nairobi, and his followers are chapa in the highway.
Futsubishi, somewhere.
Crazy, imagine, matatu. So, I think I would argue, and I think you'll agree, that fundamentally the government was complicit in allowing these guys to be where they are, and in a sense of when you only push the boundary and then someone accepts it, you keep pushing,
Push more.
Yeah.
So obviously they keep pushing the boundaries of what would be accepted, and they got to this point where there are hundreds of thousands of people who died because of their preachings. Let's call it preachings, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Do you think these guys are going to serve time, or like justice will be served?
They will be charged for things that are not related to the situation.
Yeah, and I think like Watson was saying, if they have a good lawyer, they probably wouldn't get charged because technically, if you go into technicality, they haven't done anything wrong. They've just preached what they understood of the Bible. So-
I think I can argue that if, say, there's witnesses who come and say that people will be suffocated in case they don't die.
No, but he didn't do the suffocating.
It's-
So that's why,
He didn't.
yeah.
He's not-
So if he has a good lawyer, then it's very
The only-
highly
they said-
likely.
They said the charges from him, from the government, have been terrorism. There's other not related to the whole cult thing. It's like other things.
Okay.
Because if they charge, I think if they do charge him for what he's preached, and he gets charged, I could go and say, all right, let me go sue the Catholic Church. easily. If they can charge him for what he did, they can sue the Catholic Church. They could sue PCA. It's a super great situation legally, and anything could happen. So yes, again, we're going to say what happened is wrong, and Tom under his umbrella of the church. That's something to actually everyone should watch on and see how it develops, because it could be super impactful in the future in terms of our constitution, in terms of religious freedom and stuff like that. Yeah. Anything else to add?
I don't think they'll whatever. I don't think they're gonna do time, honestly.
They will
'Cause-
have to,
they
because of
have
the
to.
public code of public
Yeah.
Because then again, I'm also thinking about it from the perspective of, I mean, like there were well-off people who were in there, and I think about it with the likes of someone like Owosh, for example. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's definitely a cult or whatever, but the way he moves, the way he operates, and you look at it, he has such a huge following, of which there's a number of prominent people who actually, will have meetings with him and whatnot and all that.
Would you ever have
And
pictures with
I mean,
Brigadas?
Raila was baptized by Owosh at some point.
Serious?
Yeah. Like there's images for it and whatnot and all that. So you sit down and you think about it. When you look at like the trend, it just goes to show that they might serve time, they might not serve time, but I feel like those cases are just gonna get so frustrated. They're gonna frustrate the court so much to the point that justice might not actually get served. It's unfortunate, but it's a very likely possibility.
Yeah.
That's my thinking about it.
I mean, I don't know what the goal was. Talk about the goal, like a point of view.
But I also feel like there should be like a regulatory body that dictates,
church-
Yeah.
That's very good debate.
There also needs to be a regulatory
How do
body.
you regulate the church?
Yeah.
That's something that needs to be discussed, because it's really hard to do that.
It's not just the church, all religions.
Mm.
Yeah. Because in the same way, I think
I think you're also very quick
Islam.
to judge other religions, but Christianity, people are like, let's.
that's true. Yeah.
Let's. There's always a way for
I think that's where
Muslims,
that's
extremists, you know.
and that's why we're having this conversation now.
Like,
You know.
I think also I think I had a discussion with my family, and obviously in Islam there's the extremists,
Yeah.
guys who- But then fundamentally, why these guys are thriving and not in Islam? This is my point of view. Is as kids you're taught the Quran properly. You're taught what the Quran is about. They have a school for taught
Madrasa.
Madrasa. But in churches, I think even our churches, for example, you are taught by someone's parent, right? In Sunday school, it was not someone who's coming to teach you about the Bible. It's just like, hi guys, welcome to Sunday school.
Color this picture.
No, it's not taught innately.
And there's no structure to it.
There's no structure to it, but
Yeah.
Islam, there is structure. So when there's extremists,
Judaism as well.
extremists, Christian extremists.
No, I'm saying like Judaism is also kind of like Islam, the way they teach. Yeah.
Torah and everything. I think that's why I think fundamentally with Christianity and how these guys are thriving is because also the people who follow these guys don't understand the Bible.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, even my point of view on religion, I think I'm agnostic. So, but I still understand that people need to understand what they're reading, so they're not swayed so easily to perform such acts on themselves, such harmful acts on themselves. Yeah. Read your Bible, please.
And on not understanding context, if your girlfriend had a tattoo,
This shit was mad.
Side eye.
yes, if your girlfriend had a tattoo of the ex, what would you do?
I mean, people marry people with other children, with their ex's children.
Yeah, that's
Tattoos are listed the issue.
I feel like you're okay with so many things.
No, I'm not saying I'm okay. I'm saying,
Okay.
look, people are married single mothers. This child is an ex.
Which is okay, by
It's
the
a
way.
very clear.
Depends on what person.
It's a very clear. The tattoo comes and goes. A child, a bit difficult for you to go. I mean, there's consequences to that, from what I understand anyway.
You just have to mask up that tattoo. Before you become a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if it's in a position that you only see it after you become a thing?
I mean, that's.
What position is that?
I don't know, maybe on their ass cheek.
Oh, yes. We practice my sex after
Yeah, which is okay.
See what I did there?
Which is okay. They'll still need to go and cover it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna clap those chicks until.
Strike through.
Clear, I want to see clear evidence.
No evidence of a previous individual before me.
It is only me that you met, and it's only me.
You just cancel it.
Put some flowers on it.
Now imagine it's just a train. Cancel. Everyone just.
I've actually seen someone who's I don't know, it was some on Instagram at some point. I was watching like some reel. Someone had the name of like the ex, covered it up with a flower, got the name of the current, broke up, covered it up. Did this like 4 times. 4 times.
Like me, honestly, I think also tattoo artists should be serious individuals. Because there's no way, not only names, the niggas who come in to get pictures of the persons.
Who was this? Was it Willie Paul?
I don't know who it was.
Yeah, Willie Paul.
But now, seriously,
No.
of who Diana?
I think so. Yeah. Such a
Yeah,
You
right,
guys-
this is
like a whole face and I think the girl and her daughter. Awesome.
You see that's what I'm saying. That process is serious.
It's don't blame it on the artist.
Yeah, I am. No, I am. Because you look at these people and you're like, yes, you're together. But are we actually sit down?
That's not your problem. You make your money.
No. You have to have a
Ah,
you have to have a
no.
moral compass. I'm sorry.
Ah,
'Cause
morality should be for
I
them.
want, if I ever get to a point where love overtakes my logic and get a tattoo artist and say that tap this baby's face on my body, I need this man to set me down and be like, Chief. Listen.
So you want your artist to be a counselor as well?
Yeah, before I make a stupid mistake, yes. Is there like a tattoo of something stupid? Like, no, my tattoos are ridiculous.
The omelette. We'll show a pic of it.
This nigga has an omelette on his bicep. Don't worry, at least some of us know what it is.
Yes, the omelette. It's a puppy. Anyway, there's some things just be like, yeah, this guy's being stupid. Then there's something like, are we sure this is something you want to commit to? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's on the artist.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the artist.
That just needs
Now
to make
Now he breaks up with that chick and they have a...
Is it him? Or we're just
No. The only thing I'm seeing here is that fan tattoos Willie Paul's name on her chest.
Idiots.
Oh, which reminds me, I saw.
Now imagine now the boyfriend to that. God!
No,
God.
forget. You think that one's bad? There's a babe who got Drake right here.
Aye.
I don't know if you've seen that video. Drake has reviewed it, and Drake was of the same opinion. It's like, to this chick, I love you, you're a true fan. To the tattoo artist, fuck you. It's like, why would you let her get that?
Why?
free will, my guys.
No, but no. Sometimes it's not free will, it's permissions.
Do you ask your barber for like hair advice and like how it looks and whatnot? Or what he thinks about the whatever?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's the same with a tattoo artist, if you think about it.
You show a barber picture and he's like, Chief, your hairline is not...
So like if your barber comes, if your barber comes and tells you, it's like, hey, my guy, it's not connecting.
what if you
clear
insist?
this?
Yeah, if you
clear
insist at
this.
3 a.m. in the morning.
If you insist,
after
if you
a
insist,
night
then
out.
yeah, by all means, that's on you. But they did their part. Okay, man.
Artists, get the bug. I try now.
Serious individuals, because be serious.
Well, that's why my barber is a real nigga. He just tell him, it's like, hey, my guy, apa, just clear.
Oh, you just say
For clean.
Just clear, just clear. To the point where when I go, I'm like, how are you that?
Chief, hapo hakuna kushape.
patches muhimu.
I think that should be it for today.
Yeah.
We have reached our mark. I think we've passed it.
Overtime.
Yeah, cool. So this has been the Laughing Matter with your boy Willis.
Kelly.
Kairiego.
Can you? follow us on our socials in the bio and stuff.
Yalla Habibi.
Yalla, baby.
Catch you in the next one.